Good morning, gamers. Today is Friday. Happy Friday to you. And it is February 24th, 2017. And my name is Gray, and this is our daily look at the gaming news from around the web. And with that, let's go ahead and get into our first story here, This Day in Gaming. Now, I'm just going to pick out my highlights. If you want to see all of the game releases on this day in the past, go to GameFAQs.com. To start, we have, let's see, the first one that really jumps out at me is 12 years ago on the PlayStation 2, Tekken 5 was released. Pretty cool game. And let's see if there's any others here. Well, 2 years ago, across all platforms, Dragon Ball Xenoverse was released. So that's pretty cool too. Again, to see everything, head over to GameFAQs.com. Now on to our first news story. More news coming out of DICE. It looks like Overwatch won the Game of the Year at DICE for the DICE Awards, which I've never played Overwatch, so it's gotten a lot of awards for being the Game of the Year, and to me it looks like a kind of like a Team Fortress 2. So apparently I'm missing something. Not to say Team Fortress 2 wasn't fun; it was a lot of fun, but I mean, if it's just a clone of that, what makes it so fun? I don't know. Let's see. Outstanding Achievement Award in Animation went to Uncharted 4. In art direction went to Inside. In achievement in character went to The Last Guardian. The Last Guardian, okay. Original music composition went to Doom. Interesting. Sound design went to Battlefield 1. Achievement in story went to Uncharted 4. Technical achievement went to Uncharted 4. Action Game of the Year, Overwatch. Game of the Year, Uncharted 4. Oh, Adventure Game of the Year, rather. Family Game of the Year, Ratchet and Clank. Fighting Game of the Year, Street Fighter V. Racing Game of the Year, Horizon 3, or Forza Horizon 3. And Role-Playing Game of the Year, Dark Souls 3. Sports Game of the Year, Steep. Interesting. Simulation Game of the Year, Sid Meier's 6. Civilization 6, rather. VR Technical Achievement, Eagle Flight. Immersive Reality VR Game of the Year, Super Hut VR. DICE Sprite Award, Inside. Handheld Game of the Year, Pokemon Sun and Moon. Mobile Game of the Year, Pokemon Go. Let's see. Online Gameplay, Overwatch. Game Design, Overwatch. Game Direction, Inside. And Overall Game of the Year, Overwatch. So, wow, that was a lot of stuff, but now you know what they thought were all the games of the year. So let's go on to the next news story here. And this is a story, another story from DICE, and this one's about an interview with Bonnie Ross, who's the head of 343. And basically what she said here was that future Halo shooters will have split screen. Now, I know there was this outcry for split screen in Halo 5. I haven't played split screen in a long time. I mean, I think I've played once in the last 2 years, and I've played it with on a M-rated game, on a game that I can't play with my grandkids. And my 20-year-old son was over, and we were waiting for a football game to start, so we played some Battlefront. But besides that, I don't know. Love split screen and things like Minecraft, where you can have 4 people playing on the same screen, kind of like we did back in the day with Halo 1. But do you really think we need split screen in Halo 6? And will it be worth the loss of fidelity or the loss of action to have that? I don't know. I just don't know. In any case, all future games will have split screen, and the stories will be simpler. And I really like that part, because I kind of think that a lot of today's games, the stories get really convoluted. You know, it's nice when you have I don't want to say simple, but if you know where you're going, if the story is laid out clearly and you understand the path, and you know, when you have, you know, all these different directions you're going in, it just gets I don't know, I don't think it's as fun. You know, I like the Halo 5 story, but it is a little complex, and there's a lot of moving pieces in it. And if it was a little bit simpler, I think it would have been more fun. But in any case, that's what this story's about. Bonnie Ross says at DICE, 2017, that future Halo games will have, or if they're FPS, they'll have split screen multiplayer, and they'll have simpler stories. So let's go on to the next story. Again, another story at IGN.com. And this says Insomniac was asked why or if there would be a sequel to Sunset Overdrive, and they said, "Ask Microsoft." And then they also said, "Well, we own the IP, so we could do it." So I think this is a little odd because it almost makes it sound like Microsoft's the reason they're not doing it. But in reality, they own the IP, so they could do it anytime they want. I think what they're really trying to say here is that they want Microsoft to fund it. I think Microsoft did a great job supporting the original Sunset Overdrive. They had a console exclusive. They did a lot of promotions for it. But and a lot of people love the game. Don't get me wrong. But I don't know. I mean, if the the people making the game don't want to stand behind it and make it themselves, then they need to go out there and find a publisher who will give them the money up front. And if Microsoft isn't that publisher, they should find somebody else if they believe in the game. It shouldn't be up to Microsoft to fund every new franchise. So in any case, that's how I feel about it. What do you think? Tell me in the comments. All right, next story here, staying at IGN. Nintendo Switch, no virtual console at launch. That's okay. I mean, if they're going to add it eventually so you can play your favorite legacy games, that's awesome. It would be great if you didn't have to buy them again. But they probably make you buy them all again. I remember I bought some great like Super Mario Brothers 3, and some other games on my Wii. Wouldn't it be nice if I used the same login and I could play those games again on my Switch? Which I don't have one, but theoretically, I don't think they'll do that. But it would be nice. It's kind of what the Xbox is doing, and it's what PCs have always done, right? So, in any case, well, that was interesting. I don't think it's such a big deal. Over to GameSpot here, and we can see another story about the Switch. And without the day one patch, which will come a little bit before March 3rd, you won't be able to access the eShop. You won't be able to play online, and you won't be able to share images to social media. So they're releasing that last, and probably makes sense because if somebody steals a batch of Switches, they won't be able to use them. So the fact that they're waiting to the last minute, they can actually disable those consoles. If they can figure out which ones were stolen, they can disable those consoles so they'll never work online. So pretty smart of them, I think. You won't be able to link your Switch to your Nintendo account, and you won't be able to use hotspots that require authentication. In other words, like if you're in a cafe and it needs a web browser to pop up for you to type in some kind of password, that won't work either. But no major deals. I think the only people who have Switches legally early are probably people in the press who are reviewing the Switch. And there are several, just so you know, across all the gaming websites, IGN, GameSpot, and several others. There's plenty of reviews on people's first couple of days with the Switch. So you can check those out if you're interested. And now, another news story here. This is maybe something to give you something to do this weekend. There are some more games that just became backwards compatible on the Xbox One, and those include Borderlands 2, which of course is free in March, Assassin's Creed Rogue, and King of Fighters 2002. That's an old one. And then what else do we got? We also have Moondiver, Gyromancer, and Space Invaders Infinity Gene. So I don't have any of these games. But if you do, and you love them, you can now play them BC onto one. Okay, and finally, if you need something to do this weekend and you haven't played the latest Call of Duty, the multiplayer's free on Steam this weekend. I'm not even interested in that. I actually own the game, and I'm looking forward to playing the single player. But in any case, the full game is also on sale for just $30, which is a great sale price on the most recent Call of Duty. And I'm looking forward to that space-based story. I know a lot of people have poo-pooed it, but I'm looking forward to it. And I think that's our last story this morning. Yes, it is. So if you've enjoyed the show and you like hearing about the latest news, why don't you like the show and subscribe to it? And we are on iTunes now, so if it's easier for you to listen to in the car on iTunes, we're on iTunes now. So go up there and search for Good Morning Gamers, and you'll see us. You can't miss us. That said, I want to thank everybody who's gone to patreon.com, Good Game, clicked on the Good Morning Gamers link, and pledged 50 cents a week or $2 a month to help us make the show better. You can see I'm still in the alternate position here. SSD is in the new computer, or my normal computer, and Windows is installed. Now I can install all the software and get it all up running again, and then figure out if I need to get a warranty replacement on the original SSD. So appreciate that. If you do, we can put your website, we can put your gamer tag, we can put your channel, anything that's clean and family friendly. In this, our list of backers at the end of every show. So here we have thebanditgamers.net. That's a Monday night podcast I'm on. CAGNFL.com. They're in their 50th season. They're a football simulation league. And then our friend of the show, Lance, is on that list as well. So if you want to be on this list, just go over to patreon.com/goodgame and make a pledge. And with that, the weekend's almost here. Hang in there. We'll get there. So enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you back here on Monday. And until then, peace.